Hello and welcome to the Surly Sock Gamer Club. This is Jason, aka GreywolfZX's, and this is day 10 of my Xbox modding project. Today I am researching how to do a soft mod. Ultimately, I want to do what is called a TSOP mod, where you flash a different BIOS to the flash, or yes, you write a different BIOS to the flash chips on the Xbox motherboard, and then you would boot to that as opposed to the Microsoft we'll say BIOS. But to be able to do that part, the little reading I have done says you need to do a soft mod. I have not looked into how to do a soft mod, so this is a research day, and this is going to be me trying to figure out how to do a soft mod. And let's see. Xbox soft mod. Now I have seen a soft mod before, and it had a blue dashboard. I'm just curious what that is. Original Xbox Softmod Kit, dashboard 5960. Yeah, and then there's all these YouTube videos on it. I almost feel like we should go and watch those, but then what's the point of me making a YouTube video? So, yeah, that's the blue I was looking for, because I kind of like that. Original Xbox Soft Mod X Scene 2 dashboard, and that's the UIX dashboard. I wish I knew anything about any of these. Well, let's see. There's one site, and I'll be honest, I did do a search on this so I wouldn't have to just pop something up here, but it's an Instructables, and I'm not sure I want to just sit here and read an Instructables to people. You know, you could do that yourself. Here is the URL in case you are interested in seeing what the Instructables has to say. And let's see, let's see if Xbox Scene is completely offline now. I keep reading these posts here and there that it is. All right, Xbox Scene. We are online. Cool. Let's check out tutorials. Because the information I've seen on Xbox Scene is very thorough. Tutorials for original Xbox, that's what we want. And beginner's general guide. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Mod chip, TSOP, BIOS guides, exploit soft mod guides. So let's see what we get under any of these. Total noob guide to everything. Beginner's guide to modification. We're not doing mod chips. And back in the day, mod chips made sense, but now that there's no Xbox Live, so you don't have to worry about switching back and forth, I think doing a soft mod is the way to go. So Xbox Scene is up, and we've got tons of tutorials here. Proven font hack. Soft modding for absolute beginners. I wish there was rating systems on here. And well, let's see. Don't care about the general beginner's guides. Let's close this down. Let's start at the beginning. Soft mods for absolute beginners. Soft modding can screw up your Xbox. Well, I think I already assumed that when I opened the thing up and took a hot soldering iron to it. Okay, this guide's intended to complete beginners. How to soft mod. Yeah. Oh, I guess I should also say that I've seen there's the XBMC soft mod, and then who is it? Oh, YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. You think I'd have been able to just type that in? All right, this is Xbox Soft Mod 2016. Look at that. That's the blue I was just talking about. We'll click on that one and see what it says. There's the XBMC. I do really like the XBMC interface if you're doing a media center. In term, the little I've seen of it, haven't soft modded an Xbox. It actually looks pretty cool. I watched some videos by someone else. I want to say his name is Johnny5, just out of curiosity. And what's this? Show more. No. Oh, well, there we are. Ow.
This is going to be good.
Stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch your stinking ad. Soft modded Xbox with soft modded Xbox, multiple emulators. That's cool. Check your Xbox dashboard version. Verify load memory has been erased. If not, then erase it. Oh, I like these instructions. What I want to see is, what does he use? I don't see downloads since MediaFire. Okay. Check your Xbox dashboard version. I guess we could check that. Verify that all memory has been erased. That should power off the Xbox. If you thumb drive, yeah, we're using a thumb drive. Softmod Installer Deluxe. Okay. Connect your thumb drive to your PC. Start exploring. Choose drive. Open hard drive. Open up Softmod Installer Deluxe. Choose what game you're going to be used. Using Softmod Installer Deluxe. Well, let's see what. Well, Softmod Installer Deluxe. Xbox H Scribd. I don't like Scribd. ISOZone. Xbox HQ. That one I kind of trust. The other ones are torrent. ISOZone is a torrent site. Don't ask me how I know. The new version is just a quick update, including new version of XBMC plus new confluences for Xbox Scan. Changes since version. An MC360 scan added confluences for Xbox Scan. Maybe I'm being too choosy about this. And we should just stick here. Okay. The dashboard, this is a program that provides user interface, and that's the part I want to be blue. One of the things, the standard allows you to manage your save games, yada yada yada. And yeah, like I said, I'm interested in the blue one because I'm not going to make this a media center. And so I really, I never really liked the green, and I thought the blue would be cool while still maintaining the original look of the Xbox in a way. Of the Xbox dashboard. Depending on dashboard version, either root directory or in subdirectories of root. For soft-modding purposes, the only files which concern us are the font files, which are named Xbox. More on those later. Okay. The Xbox has a BIOS similar to the PC. And I really feel torn as to whether I should be reading this out loud. Standard unmodded Xbox will only execute. Yeah, we know that. You cannot back up third-party apps on unmodded. The BIOS loaded by PBL together with the third-party dashboard will allow unsigned code. So you will typically get FTP access, the ability to run Linux, backups, third-party applications. Okay. Game save exploits. Is get PBL. PBL is a rather nebulous. Soft modding can screw up your Xbox. It's intended to help beginners to understand soft mods and how to install them. I'm not an expert, but I've one chipped Xbox and one soft modded. I assume, okay. Yeah, I don't know what PBL is. Game save exploits. Now, here's the awesome thing. I think I own all 3 of those games in original versions because I bought the hell out of Xbox games. I got a ton of them, which is another reason for me wanting to do this so that I can do what? Spacing out, so I can play the games that I have and find the discs. Anyway, sorry, spacing out there because my eye caught this part about the action replay or Mega X key, and I believe, but I have a source to get the action replay software, so that'll be interesting to see if I can use that to hook up straight out USB stick too, which evidently you're supposed to be able to do, but maybe I was a little presumptive there. Okay, I don't own an action replay or an Xbox memory card, so I used a USB cable and a standard pen drive. The chance are various tutorials on how to make a USB cable to convert If you can't do this, buy an action replay or Mega X key. Okay, Splinter Cell, connect the pen drive. I booted the Xbox with my original Splinter Cell disc after I loaded. I was then presented with a replacement dashboard called Evolution X. Oh, okay. Evolution X. That is funny. How to put ROMs on a... Okay. Google.com. And... Control V. I didn't copy it. Oh, God. I'm not trying to... Get out of here. There we go. And if anyone was wondering what I was just arguing with my computer about, it's that I found the best way to record these videos is to actually remote desktop into the computer I'm doing the actual work on and record the video in on my main computer. Then the main computer can be free to sit and work, and the main computer can sit and record while I am mucking about with the computer I'm working on. Okay, Evolution X. That looks interesting. Tech Freaks. Are these all Evolution X? Unleash X, Evo X. That's lots of pictures, and then some of cars. Nice dashboard. Create AMS backup, create mod backup. Because of the limited capability standard Microsoft memory cards, only Evolution X and Unleash X dashboards have been included. Ooh, visit page. Let's see what we got here. Xbox mod. Okay. Okay, Softmod, rather just bridge 2.6 Xbox motherboard. Now one doesn't have to open up his Xbox. Welcome to the world of soft modding. Yeah, but we still want to do the Softmod. Memory card, one of the following games. An internet connection, an IRC, FTP, and WinRAR. I don't use WinRAR for anything. I use 7-zip for everything at this point, but okay, anyway. First thing you do is acquire the all-in-one exploit package. Where do you get this? Launch your IRC client, and okay, good to know. You will receive a private message from XBins who will give you the location and login to the FTP. Interesting. Once connected to the FTP, navigate to Xbox exploits packets up on. How old is this? 2005. So the odds are, well, I could do that. but odds are slim. Copy Xbox, Control V. Xbox scene exploits page, which is where we were initially. Get out of the way, remote desktop menu. Okay. And this does not look like what I was looking for. Interesting, all the same, but not it. So that is Xbox Homebrew software releases. I'm going to have to go back to, yeah, I'll keep you open, you're interesting. Okay, the screen should turn black approximately 10 seconds later. It will be greeted with the Unleash X intro screen and then Unleash X control panel. Well, I kind of like Unleash X. Okay. Because of the limited capabilities standard Microsoft Mini cards, only the Evolution X and Unleash X dashboards have been included in this package. I prefer Evolution X. So select install Evo X and Evolution X will install. Once you have installed Evolution X, power off the X, turn it back on. Make sure to eject your Splinter Cell game. Okay. Well, if this is Unleash X, I think that's what I want. So let's get back here. There's soft modding. Oh, man, my mind is all over the place. Where was YouTube? That's how this type of thing goes. Let's go back to YouTube, and I remember his name is Rocky 5. I'm pretty sure. Whoa. What? Not Rocky 5. Seriously? For some reason I thought his name was Johnny 5. Xbox. Let's see if that narrows it down. Rocky 5. I don't care about Rocky 5. Showing results for search instead. Yeah. Let's go back with what I originally had. Well, that didn't work. Well, this is all my junk, so JC Rocky 5. Look, I subscribed to him. Okay, and so he's got this soft modding toolkit, and it is the whole package. If you watch his videos, it does pretty much everything for you, and that looks pretty awesome. He did a different dashboard. Like I said, I now, having researched, like that Unleash X dashboard. So that being said, JC Rocky 5. That's the guy right here. He has done some amazing stuff. So if you're looking to soft mod the simplest way, this looks like it. He has from what I've researched, a DVD, and you can use that to do most of the soft mod. You still have to have some sort of hack in there, but I'm not even doing his work or his videos justice. You should check them out. Now, Tech Freaks. So we've identified from you Unleash X, but we also identified that we need this all-in-one exploit, which, and just for the heck of it, let's see what Unleash X. See if we get a different set of pictures. Yeah, this, okay, quite consistently the blue that I was so concerned about. Pac-Man. Okay, that's kind of cool. Anyway. Gotta say, well, it's kind of a blurry shot. Games, emulators, Like, point of this mod, just my games. Okay, Unleash X, that's the way I want to go. Can we get back to Xbox Scene? Looks like I closed that one. Xbox Scene. And I don't see a search, so let's just go straight to tutorials. Original Xbox. I kicked around the idea of a 360 mod, but honestly I'm just not feeling it. This one I'm excited about. Gamesplay, exploit. Okay, and that's a lot to read, so Control F and unleash. No results. Evolution. No results. Okay, so neither of those two terms are on the page itself. So let's see, checklist for fonts, audio exploits, and PBL. Check this before asking questions. PBL. What the heck is PBL? Bigger hard drive. Installing new HD on Softmod Xbox. Basic audio exploit. Audio exploit installer. Remove game save exploit with Splinter Cell. How to mod your proven font hack method. There is a lot here. Xbox hot swap Evo X. No, we're not doing a hot swap. I don't believe, because I've got the Now the hot swap is the Xbox hard drive is, shall we say, locked, and never could find out whether it's actually encrypted or not. I guess we'd say the file allocation table, the part that tells you where the files are, maybe that part's encrypted. And so when you first turn on the Xbox, it unlocks it. And so one of the tricks is, after that's been unlocked, which maybe that just means it writes back in some missing data, you can yank the hard drive, yank power and yank the cable, and then you'd be able to plug in the hard drive to an existing PC. At this point, that'd be a very old PC because it'd be IDE connections, and you should be able to read it from there using one of the Xbox file system translation programs. It's a program you start up which knows how to read the file system from the Xbox, and then that allows you to access the files and add and remove things, but it's not really a yanking a running hard drive out of a system is never a good idea. I've counted an error. Xbox Linux SourceForge.net. SourceForge. Okay. Xbox Linux. Let's see what. Okay. How did we get here? Xbox Linux SourceForge. Xbox Linux project provides new Linux for the Xbox as an ordinary computer. Well, that's not really what we wanted. Okay, getting off topic. Click list for fonts. Okay, let's see if we can find out what this PBL is. So, okay, people are always asking the same question over and over, so here are some checklists to look before you do the same. General soft, after getting an exploit working, run evo x backup and then copy the files, especially eeprom.bin, to your PC. This is essential in the case that you cannot access your hard drive after making a bad mistake. I assume that it won't happen to you. Okay. Do not reboot if your drive is unlocked. Do not unlock it for no reason. Okay. Xbox will not boot from an unlocked drive when using softmods only. Interesting. Disable the lock unlock actions if they exist in EvoX. If you're using EvoX, do not delete any of the original Xbox files in C drive except maybe the old fonts. These are the dashboard files. They're required. Okay. You must not have kernel 5713 or higher. It does not use and hold up. You should make a backup copy of your original Xbox dashboard. You must rename, update. Well, this is very specific. You must have ultimate dashboard exploit. Okay. Yeah, I was still hoping to see what that PBL thing was. Phoenix BIOS Loader. Oh! Well, there we go. Phoenix BIOS Loader. You must not have a kernel, flash tsop, install chip, or don't use PBL. You must have the RC4 key in the boot.config file. It shouldn't be all zeros. You should. Little scary there. So, back here. Rocky and JC Rocky. One of the other reasons I'm worried about doing that is because I want to continue with the tsop flash, and I don't know how conducive his install is to that. Really, the best. Oh, clicked on an ad. What I should be looking at is tsop flashing, I suppose. tsop flashing. Like I said, I know for sure you have to have a soft modded Xbox to do this, or I guess one with what's it called, a mod chip. But if you've got a mod chip, why are you tsop flashing? So, flashing your tsop without soldering. We're going to do the soldering. Without opening, well, we already beat that one. Flash install multi-BIOS tsop with game save exploits. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That downloaded a RAR. Open folder. Okay. Really? That's all I have on this computer? Okay. 7-zip. Extract here. And we get a Word document. Yeah, what would... Slushy, March 30, 2004. I am way behind the curve on this sort of stuff. Well, this looks like a good resource to have, so I'll keep this handy. Oh, boot partitions. Interesting. So it looks like I could put all sorts of dashboards in there. Logo colors. Power LED color. Red, green, orange. Oh, okay, because it could be red, green, or orange. That's pretty cool. File size. This is what I meant by logo colors. Oh, just mess around with the colors. This is the real one. Can you tell the difference? Well, yeah, that one's purple. Executor. Okay, well, Slushy, that looks like an awesome tutorial, and I think I am going to use that for sure, or at least refer to it when T-sopping. I should T-sop without soldering. Okay, I think I have hummed and hawed about this enough. We're not going to use that. And it really looks like I need to get the all-in-one exploit and the action replay, and I know where I can get those. I just don't happen to have them. Alright, I'm going to jump, now having done all this humming and hawing and rolling around, I'm going to jump topics real quick because it's been suggested that I do the RAM and CPU upgrade, and I became, part of the reason it took me so long to getting to do this video is because I started looking into it and started becoming obsessed with the idea. Whoa, why didn't my numbers type? There we go, SL53S. And so, without being able to get, let's back up for a second. Okay, the Xbox uses what is like a hybrid Pentium 3 Celeron mobile processor chip. And anyway, the point to that being that it does not use the socket 478 pin set. It's ball grid arrayed for being soldered directly to a motherboard, which means that they, yeah, holding up my hand, we're not recording video with the cameras today. There's tons of little balls of solder that get put on, or with a solder mask, and the chip is, yeah, soldered directly to the motherboard, versus a ZIF socket or zero insertion force socket where the chip has pins, or there's pins in the holder, and you set the body in, and sorry, I was reading right down here on this stupid thing as I was saying this. We set the CPU in and then clip the socket retention clip onto it and hold the processor on there. But the point being is the Xbox has the 733 megahertz. It's supposed to be a 133 megahertz bus speed. And this chip, this SL53S, is the highest speed processing or highest speed chip that you can get that is still in the 495 BGA. I'm going to say pin configuration, but that's contact configuration. Intel SL53S. And we want Intel archives. Awesome. So here it is. Now here they list 133 megahertz front side bus, which is compatible with the Xbox because it's 133. But here they're quite explicit about being 100. And all the other chips in this line are 100. So I think this is a typo. And no one's going to correct it because these things have been out of production since when? I don't even think it lists it here. So, but we have a 495 PGA, well, it's a BGA, it's a ball gridded array, but PBGA, you know, honestly, I don't know what the true socket definitions are. I always thought PGA was pin grid array and BGA is ball grid array, but anyway. And then these are other processors that are supposed to be same, just different serial number, so I guess that's based on a production revision or something. But I haven't been able to find anything other than this SL53S on eBay, and at $10 a pop, it's an interesting concept. Now I don't have any solder reflow ovens or any of that fancy stuff, so honestly, were I to try and do this, I would have to do it on a skittle or griddle. Let's see. And SparkFun griddle. I came across this and it was, wow, reflow skillet. Skillet reflow. Is that the one? I was, in researching this, going, there's no way for me to be able to do this. I came across someone else's video online where they referred back to SparkFun here, one of my favorite shops. Some old information here, 2006, but this is in the early days of SparkFun. It sounds like they didn't have much money then, and they did hot plate reflowing. And so you scroll down and hey, their target, they bought a hot plate. Oh, that's different. I looked at this before and it wasn't a hot. Maybe the picture was just different, because it was like, oh, I'm confusing this with the other guy. Okay, the person I was looking at who got me to here was using a pancake griddle. So anyway, you get these hot plate hot plates and put a PCB on there and reflow them, because you're applying the heat through the PCB. You're not you're going to get a better flow on your connectors versus putting the heat down on the top. The big complaint SparkFun had with, and this is even, we'll call this a semi-professional reflow oven, and if you read the article they'll discuss how the troubles they had with that, and it was a waste of money because they should have just bought, if you're going to do it, you should get a really professional model, and I have no idea how much those cost. I'm assuming something horrid like 10,000, considering they spent 2,300 on that one and thought they were getting a deal, and then it worked really poorly because you got temperature variance and that sort of thing. But back to the point was, the trouble they had with that is you get these plastic pieces that go on, and the heat comes from both the top and the bottom, and if there's too much heat, you melt your plastic. The oven has a temperature control and a heating profile to try and help you keep you from doing that, but they found that the large components like USB connectors had too much shielding, and so they wouldn't get a good flow. They'd actually fall off the circuit boards if they didn't use enough heat. But if they used enough heat to get the solder to properly flow and attach those, then the plastic pieces melted and deformed. And they even allude to the plastic inside the USB connector actually melting and deforming, which makes that pretty useless. So, point being, I have been seriously considering doing a different mod project with an Xbox and seeing if I could do the CPU upgrade. And I have never flowed a ball grid array, and I think that this is kind of going from, we'll say, having never ridden a bike to trying to learn by starting with a unicycle. So I have not completely discounted the idea, and unfortunately, knowing myself and how much time I've spent kind of looking into this, I think I'll probably cave and do this at some point. But I got to get it out of my system now and share this with everybody so that we can move on and continue with the project at hand. And yes, if you're thinking about trying this on your own, you need these SL53S processors to be able to do the 1 gigahertz upgrade, which, what's that, 266 megahertz increase in speed. And if you're going to do an emulated Xbox, an Xbox that runs emulators like MAME and those sorts of things, that's where the processor upgrade and the RAM upgrade really shine and come into play. For the current project we're doing, or I'm doing, where you just use where I really just want to load my games to a hard drive so I can play them, then it's best to have the standard Xbox CPU and RAM, because you could get some weird, shall we say, timing issues in the games. If the game was programmed so heavily or intricately with the hardware that it relies on the actual timing of the CPU versus using some sort of internal timer, then you'll get speed issues or crashes because threads will operate at the wrong times, all sorts of fun stuff. Anyway, I think I've gone on enough about that. Thank you all for joining me. Like I said, I don't want to waste your time while I read these, but I wanted to show what I found. And then, of course, there's always YouTube videos. So feel free to leave comments, questions. I've already rambled on enough about this, but I think that these spots have enough information. I'm going to do some reading and I'm going to prep, and on day 11 we're going to go for the soft mod. Oh, and as much as I've rambled about this, I've been considering it, doing the mod on the Xbox with the CPU, doing the skillets. The only way I could pull it off, the Xbox motherboard has to be single-sided. It can't have circuitry on both sides for this to work. Otherwise, you're going to mess stuff up. And so I have not yanked the motherboard to look at that again. I'm kind of assuming it's single-sided from the way it's the shielding and everything in the case, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching, joining me on day 10 while I ramble and read to you. Let's look forward to day 11, and I'm hoping to get to day 11 much quicker than I got to day 10. All right, have a good evening.